Alright. We are here, I think. Mainline. Welcome. Okay, we're gonna share this about for... here we go. Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. Alright, I just gotta get one more thing ready and then we should be good to go. My day is... It's going. It's going. Alright. Grunt, what's up? Eclipse, what's up? Pretzel, what's up? Alright. Beautiful. Everything is ready. Alright, so unfortunately I was unable to figure out how to get the wheel spin to work without, Besides Henry, who is your second favorite character? That's actually a great question. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to think on that. Okay. I think we're just about ready. I just gotta make sure the thing that we're testing out is good to go, and then we will be ready. Okay, there we go, and... Alright, perfect. Okay. It's obviously Neville the Goat. You know, it's funny, I don't know if... Neville kind of snuck his way onto my top 10 list the last time I made one, which was... Lord knows how long ago. Alright, so what we're doing is we've got a wheel up in the corner, and that wheel is going to determine what set we build. And this time the list is all Thomas the Tank Engine sets, no standard play rail stuff for this one. Mostly just because I'm testing things out, and I was unfortunately unable to get the wheel to spin whenever someone donates, which is very sad. See, what I would like to do is have it set up so that we'll do it like normal where I spin the wheel myself, but when people donate, it'll spin automatically, and then I have to work with that, which will create all kinds of chaos. So, unfortunately, I was not able to find something that allows me to connect the wheel that I have in Streamlabs to the donations on YouTube, which is very unfortunate. So, pretty much, we'll do things like normal, and we'll see how quick it is for the wheel spin, because before I had it set up to where I'd have to click on another window and then, you know, it was a lot more complicated. This time it's built into Streamlabs, and while I do have to go and parse through a document that I have just to make my life a little easier, the wheel is a lot more integrated than it's ever been. And I also changed where my the camera's plugged in, so that way I can move it around a bit more easily, and I'm not falling out of my chair to sit down in it, which Doesn't make sense. I also just woke up, so if I start rambling, that's why. So I can't really make a Thomas and the New Engine custom set because I don't have Airy. I think. I don't know. I have one of the Iron Twins, but I don't have the other, and I want to have both of them in order to do the video. So I got to get whichever one I'm missing in order to make that happen. So that's why I haven't done Thomas and the New Engine yet. That, and I might see about getting a 3D printed bridge to use for that, because that would be amazing. But I want to do it right. That episode has, you know, yeah, Aryan Bird are like stupidly expensive. I hate it. The one that I have sucks. I'm considering getting, even the knockoff ones are expensive. It sucks. So it's like, you know, if I want to get a pair of the knockoff ones, it's like $80. It used to be like, what, 30, 40 tops like a few years ago. COVID ruined everything. I blame China. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, actually, I should probably put a little text thing. Oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, we'll do this. All right, if you donate, you get your... Wait. Oh, I have it from a file. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. If... Can I open this? Open? There we go. Aha. Okay. All right, we're going to have a little dono club. Is it going to update in real time? I'm going to have a little donation thing. If it'll update, please update. Done? Maybe? Oh, do I have to save? Ah, there we go. Okay. Messed it up, apparently. Donate to spin the wheel instantly. Okay, let's do that. Oh man, damn it, it didn't work. All right. Okay, I'm gonna solve that problem later. Okay, let's do this. Donate for instant wheel spin. All right, let's do that. So yeah, until I figure out a method to where donations will automatically spin the wheel, I'm just gonna have to keep track of any potential donations and then spin the wheel automatically. Okay, I think we're ready. So we're gonna leave it to fate. Can't donate because I'm in the UK. You can donate from anywhere in the world. I've had donations from the UK, Australia. Okay, let's see. O2, Talking Thomas, and Harold Adventure Set. Oh boy. I don't have money. That is totally fine. Donations are not mandatory. If you would like to donate, you are more than welcome to, but it is not... You don't have to if you don't want to. This is not a pay-to-win stream. You know what? It kind of is a pay-to-win stream, but we're still going to spin the wheel anyways, so it's not... Donating just makes it faster, I guess. I don't know. Donations just make my life harder, which apparently seemed to be an incentive when I decided to do the ingenious idea of every time someone donated, I had to do 10 push-ups or crunches. Let me tell you, I was in so much pain after that stream. What is the most unexpected country you've had a donation from? That I actually don't know. I think somewhere from, like, the Middle East or Asia, I want to say. I don't know. I want to say I've had someone donate from Ukraine, but I don't know exactly. Wait, what? No, my microphone is... You guys can hear me, right? I just got a notification that my microphone isn't working. And I'm sure it is working because I can see the audio bar moving. And you guys can hear me, so that means Streamlabs is stupid. Okay, 2002 Talking Thomas and Harold Adventure Set. I think it's literally just the base set. Just with... Do I have a document with all the... No, I don't know if I do. Alright, I'm just going to go to the wiki. Let's see. Talking Thomas and Harold Adventure Set. There we go. Alright. Let's get the ad out of here. Speaking of ads, I've been rewatching Psych lately. Great show. Absolutely amazing. And for whatever reason, I keep getting these Optimum ads that are fully AI generated, and they are it is the most annoying thing in the entire world. I don't know who at Optimum decided that they were going to do a bunch of AI generated ads, but whoever that is needs to be fired immediately. I mean, it's a disgrace to marketing. It's like every time I see the one ad that keeps popping up, I just actively get upset. Yeah, no, I think maybe 10% of me doing this stream is because I just want to complain about the stupid Optimum AI ads. I've seen them so many times on my rewatch of Psych, and I am getting so sick of it. Like, I will take literally every other ad that I've seen. I've seen, like, at least 3 different progressive ads. Yes, Jamie is very annoying, but I would rather have the awkward progressive ads than the stupid AI-generated Optimum ads. It's, can you make a roller coaster track? If the roller coaster mountain set gets selected, there's actually 2 roller coaster mountain sets on the list, but it just depends if it gets chosen or not. Okay, so we need to build the Tomica World, Talking Thomas and Harold Adventure Set, which is just the Thomas Adventure Set with 3 talk and action rails in it, which is interesting. It's the one with the stupid song. That's the one that I've been getting. I've heard there's like at least 5 of them. I've been getting 1, and it is extremely obnoxious getting AI generated ads, especially for me, because advertising and marketing is what I do for a living, and so seeing that just pisses me off because it gives a bad name to me and everyone else who does honest marketing and advertising. See, I wish I could use ad block, but Amazon decided to be greedy, grubby money grabbers and make you pay extra for no ads, which is such a drag. They should get AI to run these big companies. Like, let's get rid of corporate CEOs and corporate higher-ups who make all these stupid decisions and just get AI to do it. It's worth trying for at least a year, and it would probably mean that everybody on the lower rungs of whatever company will get paid more, and the profit margins for the company would probably go way up. Okay, let's build. Because otherwise I'm going to sit here yapping, and I mean, me sitting there yapping isn't necessarily the most boring thing in the world, but Considering I have advertised this as a Tomy layout stream, I probably should build some Tomy layouts. Okay. Do that. And we need these. I actually don't know which specific talking rails are in the set, so I'm just going to use the first three. Okay, we're going to need this. Ooh, actually. Oh, wait, no, I put them in here. Do that. I think we need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these. Only 4 of these. Oh, right. 2 of these. 2 of these. I think only 4 of those. 4 of these. Oh, that's. Gonna need this little bin of stuff. We're gonna need Talk and Action Thomas. And I'm actually going to need that extra fireball that I don't know where it's floating around at, but it's somewhere in here. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Alright. Is all this stuff in frame? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. I think that's it. Ugh. And then, let's see, we've got, what, 2 trees and a signal? Oh, and 2 other things. Okay, there we go. Nope. Yes. Signal. And 2 of the older style brick piers. Okay. I'll bring this down. It's nice being able to put the camera in different places. Let's build this segment. Let me get my phone so I can read chat while I'm building. Tip the microphone a little. There we go. Oh, this is good. This way I can check and see if we get any donations as well. Okay. Started my Tomy journey 2 weeks ago. Got a mostly complete Thomas Big Set with a Percy pack and troublesome truck. Very nice. MTI stream innovations. I'm always innovating. That is how we do things here at Metal Tops Incorporated. Always innovating and never salivating. Alright, we're going to put one of the things up here. You know what, actually, I'm going to put the stop one over here. forget what the light blue one does. I think it might stop. Alright. Yeah, we're building this the right way. Locomotives are weak, so they can't really carry more than one piece of rolling stock. Ah, yes. Now, if you want something that can really climb hills, might I recommend getting a bullet train. It might not sound like it's going to be that cool at first, but it only took one for me to get entirely hooked. Doesn't hurt to try one. Plus, they're new. So you can find them for slightly cheaper than some Thomas stuff. Alright, put this one here. Okay, yeah, this will go the right way. Debating on asking my old folks for the Herald airdrop. The Herald cargo delivery is a fantastic item, I will say. I am so glad that I got one. I got mine for relatively cheap too, all things considered, which was nice. Shout out to the goat. Finally got a steam-along Thomas, but the previous owner left batteries in him, so he's rusted to hell. He'll return in Avengers Doomsday once I repair him. Are they still making Avengers movies? Like that, they should have stopped after Endgame. Endgame was like a nice conclusion, and then they were like, "Oh, but we're just getting started." I'm like, "No, you're just getting finished. Stop making these movies." I am definitely not a fan of superhero movies. I think they are overrated and heavily oversaturated. I also hate them because they're kind of the reason why the Fast and the Furious sucks now. That and spy movies. I want to see something different. Like, what if we got a movie, right, that was about a talking train that lives on a little island off the coast of England, and there's other trains with faces that can also talk, and they all trash talk each other constantly, but they have to unite to overcome a problem that they're all dealing with. That, I think, would make for an excellent movie. Alright, I think we got the set. I think we got it all built. Oh, I forgot to get Birdie. Oh, that's fine. And we gotta do all the little details on here, which always tend to go missing. Ah! Holy sh! Man, these things are a lot more fragile than I think sometimes. Alright, we got it. Yes! Alright, and then you just need to add the barriers. Yes, they are the wrong color. I still need to get the gray ones. Alright. No, I don't want free shipping in 4 days. Oh my gosh, is that PDP? What's up, dude? Are we using the 3D printed factory in this one? TTS has not made one of those, to my knowledge. Asian Donald, yeah, we could get Asian Donald on here. Just like I did with Fast X, I am not going to theaters to see Fast forever. I am going to wait until it goes up on 123 Movies and watch it there, because I do not think that anybody making Fast X or Fast Forever deserves a lick of my money. Dude, when I watched Fast X, there were at least 5 different times where I just screamed. Like, I just let it rip. I was so mad, especially at the end. That, oh man, I was so livid. They literally did everything wrong in that movie. Like, it was, the only parts that were worth it were John Cena and Jason Momoa. Everyone else sucked. It was so bad. I'm easily one of my least favorite movies. It is a disgrace to the Fast and the Furious franchise. Honestly, I think the movie started sucking probably after Tokyo Drift. And I still have my issues with Tokyo Drift, but I will say it is better than Fast 4, Fast 6, 7, 8, 9, X, and probably Forever. Hobbs and Shaw was fine, because if you just ignored the rest of the franchise, Hobbs and Shaw was actually an enjoyable movie. I found myself, I did like that one. I would probably put that one as maybe my 4th or 5th favorite Fast movie. Nothing's topping the first one. The first one is the best, hands down. No questions. I mean, it's bittersweet, right? Because, yes, we're probably going to be seeing Brian again, but at the same time, we're never going to see Brian again. Do you have any plans on covering a pack episode? Ooh, that's a great question. I think if I was going to do one, it would be, what was it, On Site with Thomas? But of course that requires me getting Jack, Alfie, Kelly. It pretty much requires me to get all of the Trackmaster models for the pack, which is probably going to be expensive, especially Monty. So I don't know. The pack is still up in the air, but I would like to at least get Patrick just for the memes, because he is hilarious. Okay, let's get Birdie, get the set running so I can start yapping. Again. Not like I ever stopped yapping though. All right. I gotta charge my AAAs. I don't know how fast Birdie's gonna be. Oh, and I gotta get a C battery. Man, there were a total of 5 batteries in this train set. That's crazy. All right. Now let's actually get the camera in a good position here. There we go. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put the wheel away for now. That way we can actually see the train set. All right, we'll get Birdie on first. He's going a little slower than usual. Maybe he needs time to warm up though. Alright. And the battery is there. Take the top off here. There. Of course, we have to set the points to go into. Okay. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the There we go. Nice. Okay. Best Tomy Thomas set besides Ultimate in your opinion? I mean, I don't know. I think for me that is yet to be determined. Although I do really, really like the 1992 Thomas the Tank Engine set, just because of how quirky it is. Top 3 Tomy sets, excluding ultimate sets. That's a good question. I would say... ...1992 Thomas the Tank Engine set. What else? It's actually a very good question. Oh, 1993 Henry Train set. I love that one. That's a really good one. And then... I don't know. I can definitely say for sure the 1992 Thomas the Tank Engine set and the 1993 Henry Train set. Two of my definite favorites. Everything else is kind of up in the air. Some YouTuber got a complete mega set off Facebook Marketplace for $50. I want to say that was Master of Tracks, I think. I remember watching his video on that. It definitely cost me a lot more than $50 to get mine. Although I didn't get the full set. I basically just collected everything that you need to build the set. Also, for those of you who are new or haven't seen it, go check out the Angry Tomy Thomas Nerd video I did on the Thomas Mega set. That was a fun video to make. Are you willing to buy the Talking Diesel 10? No, absolutely not. I have 3 talking engines. I have the Michelangelo's Thomas, I have a Japanese James, and I have a Gordon that's taken apart at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to have the Gordon fixed, and the James has torque issues. I don't really like the Talkin' Action series. I think it sucks. But I'm waiting to do a big review on that. I'm going to do that review with Steve. We got plans for that, so stay tuned. And go subscribe to Steve, by the way. Hi there, MT. I just started watching your vids. You are indeed the best Thomas Playroll YouTuber. Thank you. I guess we can pull out Japanese James. I don't know if he's gonna climb the hill or not, though. That's... Oops. I need to not bonk into the mic. Can you send me James? No. Where do I put my screw? Every time. Okay, here it is. I think at this point I need to just start putting my screwdriver inside of the train set that's out. Okay, yes. Come here, Thomas. Okay, I don't know if James does the same things as Thomas on these. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But we'll see. I've only actually ever used James like once. He mostly just kind of sits in my collection because I basically got him kind of for free. But not really. It's sort of dodgy. I guess we'll put Thomas over here. Alright, we make batteries for James. like SML? No. Oh, hey Steve, what's up? I was just talking about you. I was telling everybody how much I hate you constantly. I do not hate Steve the Lead. Okay. Oh, I forgot that. There we go. Steve is the GOAT. Oh, yep. Yeah, he's got torque issues. He's fine on, like, on straight surfaces. That's where you could, like, yeah, they do that. Okay, so James does stop. And then he keeps going. Oh yeah, no, the more talkative engines are so much better than Gen 1. Gen 1 sucks. Yeah, this is probably not the best set for James. Yes, Harold did stop. Here, watch this. Harold's gonna start again. Never mind, laptop is fine. Let's go. I think it's like not. Alright, is Sodor Productions a good YouTuber? Alright. Here's the thing, right? Sodor Productions is a good YouTuber because he is successful at what he does. He rage baits all of the, I guess, how do I put this? A lot of the younger-minded members of the community. And they all fall for it every single time, and they complain about him, and James is stuck. Damn it, James, I'm trying to give a monologue here. There we go, okay. He's good for now. Alright, so here's the thing about Sodor Productions, right? He is a good YouTuber because it... Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna... If we spin the regular Talking Thomas set that does not have a bridge on it, I'll put James back on. But I cannot handle James right now on this set. So here's what we're gonna do instead. We are gonna get a character that I actually really enjoy having in Tomy. And this was a character that I really wanted in Wooden Railway for a very, very long time and never got. And then one day when I was collecting Tomy, I ended up finding one, along with another engine that I wanted to have in Tomy. And I ended up getting the... I mean, this was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago now? I ended up getting the lot, and it showed up, and it was amazing. And I still have both of the engines to this day. And they are the only copies of either engine that I have, because I don't really collect, like, spare engines. I don't usually get lots that have, like, multiple trains in them. So I never really end up with tons of spares. Alright, we're going to leave Talking Tamus and James over there. But yes, this is a character I've always really enjoyed. I've always... This is definitely not one of my favorite characters, but I like this guy. This guy's cool. It is, of course, Stepney. Alright, now I can answer the question. The burning question that everybody wants to know, apparently. Alright. Oh, I never wanted Bertram. I think after I saw his prices, and here's the thing, right? I'm not a huge fan of Toby's Discovery. I think it's kind of a weak episode. I know it gets a lot of praise for being a little darker and having the ghost thing, and Bertram is this mythical engine that people like to work into their AUs. I think Bertram sucks. I think Toby's Discovery is mid as hell, right? Like, it's kind of out of character for Toby, in my opinion. And if we're being honest, that episode is kind of the starting point for Toby being a complete wuss, if we really think about it. Yeah, like, Toby deserved way better than that episode. I liked him better in Toby and the Flood. I think he works in that episode because, I mean, he's going to die. He's going to go over a waterfall. I think that is reasonable cause for him to be concerned. Instead of being the stuttery, freaked out fool about ghosts, come on. Toby helped Percy pretend to be a ghost to Thomas. You think Toby is going to be scared of a ghost engine at an old mine? I don't think so. Come on, let's be real. Alex, give me your J25 auto. Why? What? You can borrow it for a couple weeks, I guess, if you want. Because it's so cool. Let's see. I mean, if you're not busy on, like, May 1st or May 2nd, you're more than welcome to come over and we can play. And we can watch some Thomas DVDs on the TV. I don't think I have anything going on May 2nd, actually. Like, if you do want to come over, let me check the calendar. Let's see, May 2nd. Yeah, I got nothing happening on May 2nd, Steve. If you want to come over, you are more than welcome to. Yes. Well, I mean, we're going out after that. Wait. Oh yeah, you're coming over like before we actually go to the thing that we're going to. All right, yeah. Yeah, let me know what time you want to come over on May 1st. Oh my gosh, Coco, you made it. Okay, so the question that was asked like 10 minutes ago. He put a paywall on his Discord server? That's crazy. Alright. Okay, so the question that was asked. Is Sodor Productions a good YouTuber? Sodor Productions is a good YouTuber because he is successful at what he does. What he does is he rage baits the younger members of the community and the more inept members of the community. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's the more polite way to put it. But he rage baits, and people fall for it, and they keep his name relevant, and some people actually do, believe in some of the stuff that he says, which is totally fine. Everyone's entitled to their own beliefs. I think really the issue that I kind of have with him is that, like, it's kind of crummy. You know, I don't really look upon it with positive emotions, really. But he gets his bag doing what he does, and I can respect that. Yeah, no, the rage bait is literally the only reason why he is successful, if we're being completely real. I have seen, I think, 2 of his videos. They're really mid. It's slop content. Like, it's just, you know, whatever the news is. He's like Atozi or Pegasus if they rage baited their audiences. Except he only does Thomas news. That's kind of Sodor Productions. I mean, he's got the hustle part down, and he's got the rage bait part down. So that's kind of where I'm at with him. I've never talked to him, by the way. Like, he's never commented on one of my videos. I've never commented on one of his videos. I've, never sought out joining his Discord server. I'm pretty sure he has never joined mine. And that's fine. I don't need to be friends with everybody in the Thomas community. I like hearing him spit facts about the fans. I will say this. Some of the fans in this community are just downright insane and should be called out. Now, that is not my job, but I do respect him for calling out the people that should be called out. Granted, I've not watched a single one of his videos where he does that. I mean, like, you know, I don't really care about Sodor Productions. I think people really want there to be this beef. Not everybody, but I feel like there's a small subset of people in my fandom, in his fandom, and between our communities that really want us to have this beef. But it's really not going to happen. I mean, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we just stay out of each other's way. I'm pretty sure he riffed on the episode custom set thing when I was doing it, and he was doing Wooden Railway versions for a while. And I mean, it's not like I came up with that idea. I ripped that off from Master of Tracks, who probably got it from someone else. So like that's not an original series by any means. But it's kind of interesting. Oh, there was this one time. I don't know if anyone ever saw this video. I think a few people did. But it was like under 1,000 views. I think it was like a couple hundred before it got taken down. There was this kid who made a video. It was called Terrible Thomas YouTubers, MTL. It was funny because he didn't realize that it's MTI. He's called me MTL Thomas the whole time. It was hilarious. Anyways, he made this video like flaming me. And it was funny because I think the only points he made... Okay, yes. The only points that he made in that video were that I only talk about Tomy Thomas stuff, which is kind of not true because at that point I had done a couple of Tomy conversions, so I was talking about other toy ranges. Hey, so I regularly appear in Junior Trains videos. Don't call them that. Thanks. There's no need to be... I was not talking about Junior's Trains. We were... Oh, never mind. That was not directed to me. Okay, I see. I see that. I think I've seen his channel. I've never watched one of his videos. Although, to be fair, I don't really watch, like, Thomas content. There's, like, two main things that I watch on YouTube, and it's body cam footage, because it's very entertaining, and, like, documentaries on a few things. Mostly Portal. I've been on Portal documentaries lately. And I usually have, like, I put on this playlist before I go to bed, and it helps me, like, fall asleep. Because my brain kind of just goes all over the place when I'm falling asleep. So if I have something to listen to, that makes it good. And there's a lot of great videos on Portal where it's not, you know, where it's just someone talking. When are you going to spin the wheel again? That's a great question. Let's do it right now. Damn, you don't watch Steve's stuff. I watch Steve's stuff when he tells me to watch his stuff. Steve is special. I also watch Steve's stuff when when I'm in his live stream and he watches and we're watching stuff. Oh my gosh, it's Engine Shed Studios. Steve's special. What about me? You've never told me to watch one of your videos. I did watch one of your videos too. Let me pull it up. I remember which one it was. Okay, let me rephrase. I don't really watch a lot of creator content. I do watch videos that my friends make. Let's put it like that. My friends get special treatment. I watched the Greenbergs one. I did watch your video on Sir Topham Hatt's, Sir Topham Hat, what was that? Sir Topham Hatt's holiday? I almost called it Sir Topham Hatt's vacation, which isn't incorrect. I watched that one. I watched, don't know if I watched your Greenberg's video. Okay, yeah, I definitely watched your Terminally Thomas one. I definitely watched the experimental episode video. That was a good video, by the way. I'm putting that, I'm pinning that in the chat for a bit. Go watch, guys, go watch this video. This is a good video. Who is TCP? I don't know. I don't know who TCP is. Hey, go subscribe to Steve and Noah because they're great. Okay, oh wait, did I spin the wheel again? Oh, okay. All right, we got the 1996 Thomas the Tank Engine and Freight Cars set. That's actually a pretty good set. I do like it. It is a fun one. I get to pull out four-wheel Thomas too. Wee. Dude, that was a really good analysis video. Like, I sat down, I watched the whole thing, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. That was enjoyable. Hey, what's up, Brendan? Do you know the story behind Four-Wheel Thomas? Yeah, mostly. I'm pretty sure. It was 1992 or 91. And someone didn't make a video about didn't someone make a video about the freight car set? There's a guy that made a video about the 1996 and 1999 freight car sets. They weren't very good videos. He doesn't make videos on that channel anymore, though. He's kind of an enigma, shall we say. No one knows who he is. What happened to Tons of Trackmaster? Tons grew out of Thomas. That's what happened. Tons makes videos on his new channel. Oh, that's right. Yes, Steve did videos on the Thomas and Freight Car set. Yes, Steve did videos. It was Steve. Yeah, those videos were good. The other guy who did videos on them, that's debatable. Steve's videos, those were good. But yes, Tons of Trackmaster is now making content on the right track. He does not do Thomas stuff anymore. He is more focusing on kind of IRL, British Railway, or I guess English. I don't know what the hell it is nowadays. But he kind of goes around England and makes videos on stations and lines and services and trains. It's actually, it's quite interesting. I've seen one of his videos. They are very well produced. I mean, Tons has been really good at editing for a long time. But I don't know if he's doing better or worse. I don't know. I will say, though, his new channel is great. But he did do a live stream recently on the Tons channel. And I'm pretty sure he did explain his reasoning. But yeah. I do wish Tons had not deleted his old content, though. I am sad about that. But yeah, it was really funny because I had talked to Tons, I think in like 2024, and we were planning on doing a collab together, but it just never ended up happening, unfortunately. And then he quit Tons, and he started doing the right track, so, yeah. But he is a really nice guy. Dan is a phenomenal guy, and his content is great. Ooh, yeah, I still need to do Southward. It's funny, right? Because I have so many big videos, or I have so many different videos that I want to do in the wings at the moment, and I can't really make a whole lot of them because they are either... Actually, I think all of them are waiting on mail orders, which is kind of annoying. Okay, Thomas the Tank Engine brake car set. This one's easy. It is 4 straight tracks, 8 curb rails, a set of single to double point rails, 1 stop rail, one of Steve's favorite Tomy Thomas item, the troublesome van. I need to wait for Stephanie to come back around. What is this? This is the... Yeah. It requires 4-wheel Thomas. Here we go. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to steal your piece of rolling stock real quick and give you this one. There we go. And then a tunnel, one of these super rail tunnels, and Farquhar Station. Also going to switch Stepney onto a different track. Now here's what we're going to do. Okay, we are going to take these 2 tracks off. Am I hearing things? No, I'm not hearing things. Okay. I swore I was hearing things for a second. Right? And then we are going to take these. How did this get... Okay. Right? And then we are going to take our switches and we are going to double these up here. And I'm going to have to move the camera again. Lovely. Alright, there we go. Oh, shoot. Alright, whatever. It's fine. So it may or may not be going backwards at the moment. Okay, there we go. And voila! We have the combo set. Oh yeah, look at that. That is hype. And then what we're going to do is, oops, yes, we're going to throw this. Alright, tunnel is going to go here. Alright. And just because he is a stallion, I'm going to give Thomas everything to pull at once. Okay, this. And you only got 2 pieces left over. That goes there. Alright. And now I have to move the camera so that we can actually see our full layout in action. Look at that! What? That's awesome. If one of the men does show up, I'll pull Carl out. And yeah, you have any customs? None that I've made, but I have a couple of customs from the channel sponsors. Mainline, you can ask your question anytime you'd like. Thomas Freight Car Adventure set. Yes! Yes, Steve! Thoughts on the 2014 play rail 2-speed redesign and what bullet train you think improved the most from it? Honestly, all of them improved from it. Like, once they did the shorter switches... Oh, we got a donation. DW123 Extras, thank you. And now, we are going to be spinning the wheel once again. If the wheel will show up. There we go. Alright, that took a long time. Alright. Yeah, I think all of the bullet trains were... Oh, gosh. Oh! Okay, it's the Bill and Ben Harbor Friends set. Alright, we're safe. We're still safe. Alright. Whew. I would have lost my mind if we had to do something like the Thomas Mega set. Because that's going to take me a while. It's also really hot. And I really want to take my socks off, but I can't do that. Not for free. Oh yeah, they definitely did slim up. For sure. I mean, they were super bulky having C batteries in them for so long. It's kind of incredible that they managed to get it down to a AA. Surprised you don't have an Oigawa Thomas. You know, by the time I was interested in getting one, I realized that I don't know. Why don't I have one? I don't know. It's one of those engines I can pass on. It would be nice to have, but there are other trains that I'd rather have before Oigawa Thomas. I mean, I like all the Shinkansens. I think they're all cool. I would love to get a new mold of the E1. We have gotten the E2, the E3, the E4, the E5, the E6, the E7, and the E8, and we have not gotten the E1 with the new chassis. I have no idea why. It is the one they haven't made with the updated chassis. And it annoys me to all hell. I really hope either this year or next year we get one. Oh, no. Oh, no. We gotta... Okay, wait. Shoot. Alright, I'm backed up on wheel spins now. This is bad. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta do the Bill and Ben Harbor Friends set. Not too bad for that one. It's pretty simple. I don't know how we're gonna incorporate it, but we will find a way to incorporate it. Okay, so... This one's not bad either. 5, that's 6. Okay. Alright, and we'll put, alright, let me get, where is he? Get our boy out. We will also retrieve William and Benjamin from the drawer. And a couple more troublesome trucks for them. Where's McDonald's? Ooh, I don't know if I can... You know, I'll make it work. We'll make it work. Oh, Tugs is peak. I love Tugs. I rewatched it recently, and it's still so good. The first time I watched it, I thought it was like the greatest thing ever. I mean, it kind of is. If we're being honest, it is kind of the greatest thing ever. I think what's amazing about it is how just pure it was. Tugs feels like season 1 of Thomas, in a way. It feels so raw, unfiltered. Well, actually, it feels like it was intended to be raw and unfiltered. And then we got the 15-minute cuts, and the Tugs exhibition has decided to not put them on the internet, where they could probably make significantly more money off of them, might I say. Because people love lost media. But no, they'd rather be all secretive about it and only show it at events. Because they're a bunch of dingle hoppers. We're gonna run Bill today. Why? Because I said so. Ah! All right. Oh, I'm gonna need another C battery. We need the diabetes destination. That is funny. If Bradford went to Misty Island, he would have an aneurysm. Misty Island breaks so many railway codes, it's not even funny. Oh no, what happened to Stepney? Oh man, he died. That's very sad. I hope I have enough room for the camera. Not have my hairy legs in the way. And then we have to do yet another wheel spin. I am sweating a lot more than I'd like to at the moment. Alright. Now I gotta get something. Out of the box. Here we go. Thomas is going to wait at the station while Neville makes the rounds. Here we go. Okay. So we just gotta add in McDonald's. I don't know if I can even fit it. Alright, you know what? If we get another road set, I'll make some changes. It kind of doesn't fit at the moment. Well, I guess I could put express coaches on Neville. He's keeping the cake, though. Stepney found dead on the main line with pink sugar on him. That's funny. Alright, then we got a second wheel spin to do. Please be something small. Please don't be something absolutely massive. Oh! Holy crap, wow. Alright. Wow, bullet dodged. I thought it was going to be one of the big sets, but fortunately it's just the Inns of Wellsworth Station set. You know, you don't really think about it that often until you actually, like, sit down with these train sets, but, a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them, are just circles. I mean, I guess you should kind of expect that, with, you kind of have to expect that with this, but, yeah. Alright. We're gonna get creative now. We're gonna get creative with this. Messi or Ronaldo? I don't really care about soccer. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We have our 4 train sets. And so now... Oh, wait. Hold on. Get him out. Come on. Go. Got the boy. And I got his rolling stock out already, too. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, silence is deafening. I love it. That's always one of the best parts of the stream. Whenever I turn everything off, and then it's just pure silence. It is the best sound in the entire world, let me tell you. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine all this stuff. I love how wacky the engine selection is. This feels like a wooden railway set. Thomas, James, Stepney, Bill Ben, Neville. Like that is just the makings of a Thomas Wooden Railway set. Alright, I'm gonna get all of the engines out of the way. Okay. I think since we haven't really been using the talking action engines, I'm going to relegate this as the normal set. Okay, so we have 2 sets with road, 2 sets without road. We actually have a very nice array of destinations. Actually, hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, 3 of these destinations are from the Thomas Ultimate set, from the 2004 version. That's actually kind of neat. We're slowly accumulating all the pieces needed to make that. Now, if someone had picked, if we had got, or not someone had picked, if we had gotten the 1998 Thomas Deluxe set, I think we would have all of them. So we'd have the Station Crossing, Herald, the docks, and Caroline Station, and one of the bridges too. How fascinating. Okay, so now the goal is to combine all of these train sets together. Just move the TNAs out of the way. Grab a tree and a signal for the James set. Oh, hey, I left my phone over here. Alright, now I can read chat. At this point, we just got train stops playing Tomy phone. Yeah, we kind of do. We got the tunnel, we've got the bridge, we got road, and we got the station. Lots of Departing Now. I have only ever seen Departing Now once, and that was at Greenberg's when Noah got his Departing Now Percy. They are a lot bigger than I thought they were. I did not expect them to be as massive as they were. They seem cool. I think if they had been released in the 2000s, they might have lasted a bit longer. But at the same time, I'm sure they were also reasonably expensive at the time. And if only it had gone on a little longer, or just had been, you know, made slightly cheaper, I think it might have done well. But if we've learned anything over the years, when you kind of have a quote-unquote format war, it is whatever gets the most money put into it, or whatever is the cheapest to make. That is what will succeed. I mean, we saw it happen with VHS and Betamax. Betamax was clearly better than VHS, but because VHS was cheaper, that it succeeded. Which is unfortunate, because Betamax is cool. Thomas made it onto Betamax. I think only like 2 tapes ever came out of it. It was all of season 1. But if I ever got one of those, that would be so cool. I actually know a guy who's got a Betamax player. I don't think he lives near me anymore, though. Kind of sad. But Stepney dies in other stories. Oh no. Birdie gets burgers for Fat Hat in other stories. Most underrated Thomas range in your opinion? Oh, that is a great question. Thomas Wood. No, I'm kidding. I really don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. Because like all the ones that I would call underrated were either not underrated, or they were given more than they probably deserved, like Lego Duplo. I think Lego Duplo was pretty cool, but they did give it quite a bit. I mean, there was Cranky, Salty, Spencer, Gordon. I don't know if they did Henry for that or not. Thomas Wood is garbage. When I saw Thomas Wood, and then I saw Bwubba, that was the point where I like considered like quitting Thomas altogether. I almost quit entirely at that point. That 2018 was rough, let me tell you, because at that point I was collecting Wooden Railway. That was before I started getting like really into Tomy, and yeah, when I saw that the Wooden Railway that I had known and loved for all my life was going away, I was so mad. 2018 was a rough year, let me tell you. But I stuck through it, and now we're here. Okay, what am I doing? I'm rambling. Alright, we're going to rearrange this set. We're going to make it great. Exactly how that's going to happen is yet to be determined. Okay, here's what I think I want to do. I think I want to sequester McDonald's kind of into its own little section. We're going to keep... Alright, I'm going to have to get creative. Alright. For once, I'm kind of hoping we don't get any more donations, so that I got these 4 sets to work with, and it'll make my life a little bit easier. But knowing my luck, someone's going to donate, and things are going to get a lot more challenging very, very fast. All right, I'm gonna raise the camera up a bit so that you guys can see more of the creative process. There we go. All right, perfect. Oh. One of these days, one day, I'm gonna learn to close my mouth. Alright. What do we got? Please don't be something big. Please be something small. Oh, wow. Ha! Okay. I got so lucky. It is just a circle of track. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. Yeah, this is the one with the quote-unquote titness in it. Damn it! All right. I guess we gotta re-roll. I don't live another day. Oh boy. GG. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. No. Well, okay. Well. Double use of Farquhar, which is fine. We got 2 of the. No, this is good. This is actually a pretty big set, all things considered. It is very large. It has 2 of the green arch bridges in it, and the quarry loader, and Farquhar, and a tunnel. Fortunately, I have a second tunnel. I don't have a second Farquhar though. I could use Maithwaite or one of my Wellsworth stations. What else do I have that I could use? I could use the engine wash. There's a handful of things that I could use in place. But yeah. Alright, so was that 5 sets in total? It's actually a really wide variety of stuff, all things considered. Normally this doesn't happen. Normally it's like 2 really small sets, and then Big Thomas, and then something else. I don't think we really get... We never get, like, this much variety. This much variety is kind of a rarity. Thomas donut flavors. Oh, man. I don't want to think about donuts. I used to work at a donut store. I worked at a handful of donut stores for about 3 years. It sucked. They were a big chain. It was a big chain. I'm not going to say what the chain was, but I used to work at a donut chain, and let me tell you, it sucked. It didn't start out so bad at first, but then you meet the higher-ups. Well, actually, we got sold, and let's see, I think it was a year or something like that, maybe a year and a half in. The owner of our general area of stores passed away, and his kids formed a capital group, and they brought in people from the corporate of the chain, and they just ruined everything, in my opinion. They just made it so much more of a hassle to work there, which was so annoying. The one time that they were actually nice was when it was 2022. It was literally my last day before I had a couple days off, and in that time I was going to go to Greenberg's 2022 when they were going to air Project Tiger Moth. I was really excited for that. What ended up happening was my boss decided that my coworker, who was very sick and had a fever of 103, they weren't going to let her go home and take the day off, even though she was so sick she couldn't even work. And then, of course, everybody else got sick, and it got so bad that they had to close the store for the rest of the day because the night shift was also sick, and they bought everyone soup. That was the one time that they did anything nice. And, yeah, everything else sucked. Do not work in retail, kids. It is not worth it these days. Okay, what is in this set? I know there are at least 6 curve rails. 2 of those. I gotta get my counting in check. I know that there is 1 stop rail, 1 half straight rail. Let's see. 4, 3, 10. I think 10 straight rails. I'm trying to build this set from memory. I believe it used the gray risers, which is interesting. Okay, are these the new ones? Yes, these are the new ones. Okay, it used more of the slope curve rails. We, of course, have 2 of these. We got the quarry loader out. And I think we got all the track. And then I think it had something like 4 trees, I think. I think that was how many that the set had. It had 4 trees in total. It could be 6, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we have a lot of sets to work with. I'm going to have to get creative here and develop something amazing, which is going to be a challenge, as per usual. It's crazy that we have 5 train sets out, and it's only been, what, like an hour and a half or something like that? The diesels are bagels. Interesting. Oh man, mainline's leaving. No. See, don't worry. You don't have to do anything else today except watch my stream and make me money by sitting there. Let's see. I don't want to do this. I don't know how I want to do this. Okay, I do know that I want the... Ugh! Oh, I'm old. I'm making old person noises. I'm going to grab my other super rail tunnel, because we do need that. And then, I think I'm going to do Maithwaite, because Maithwaite is kind of underrated. Just so that we have another station. Okay. I'm going to cheat a little at some points. I'm going to grab extra pieces of track to use, just so that it makes it a bit more fun. So it feels like we're expanding this instead of just combining everything together as it is. Because it's always more fun when we have expansions. And anybody who has seen the double track pack video, I'm sure you can agree with that. Okay. First order of business. Alright, we're going to have to scooch this forward a little. Which is not the easiest thing when I have tons of stuff on the floor already. Okay. We're going to move this forward a bit. What I want to do is I want to put the Caroline station over here. Alright? And the way that I want to do this is kind of kooky. put it here. We're going to use the extra curves to our advantage. And I'm also going to put McDonald's here. Perfect. Oh, it's all dusty. That is another big problem with having a massive Tomy collection. Things tend to collect dust a lot quicker if you don't have the time to take everything out and play with everything on a regular basis. Although, to be fair, I would love to see someone try to play with my collection on a regular basis. Oh my gosh, wait, am I gonna... Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh no, I'm one curve road. Oh, damn it. Dang, my plans, they were coming together. It's gonna be epic. Alright, well my plans fell through, unfortunately, because it appears that I have one extra curve road. How sad. Yep, yeah, that's unfortunate. We did the road, though. The road's actually pretty nice. Oh yeah, Lorry 1 needs to be out. I'll put Lorry 1 at McDonald's. There we go. Alright, so the road is good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do what I wanted to with the rails, but that's fine. I'll come up with a solution. Okay, this should work. Yeah, that works. We do have a lot of straight rails at our disposal, which is rare. Usually there's not a whole lot of straight rails at your disposal. Yeah. There we go. Alright, there we go. We're going to do that and... Wow. Unexpected. Kind of. Sort of. What? Alright, whatever. We got some... A little bit of nasty connection there, but that's okay. Tunnel here. Beautiful. Alright. Keep in mind, there are some rules to this challenge that I had just talked about. You have to take out everything at least once on a daily basis with my work schedule, which includes working on YouTube videos and handling clients for marketing. So we're probably talking about anywhere between 10 to 14-hour days of work, and then the rest of the time is what you have to use everything in my collection. And considering I typically like to get between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, that leaves at most 4 hours. 4 hours, mind you. Now keep in mind, back in 2024, when I did the live stream at my podcast partner's house, and we cleared out his garage, and we made that ginormous layout that spanned almost the entire length of it. That took us like 5 hours to make. Like 5 or 6 hours to make. It took us a long time just to build that. And that was assuming that we had the space. That was with the fact that we had that much space, and I also did not have as much stuff as I do now. So try using everything in the space that I have to work with at least once a day within at most 4 hours every day. Do you like Cuphead? I never played it, so I can't say for sure. Not huge on games anymore. I used to be a big gamer, but now I don't really play that much. I usually... lately I've been playing BeamNG Drive whenever I have a few moments of peace. That's fun to play. Forza Horizon 6 is coming out, though, and I am huge on the racing games, and so that is a game that I have specifically budgeted plenty of time to play. I've taken 3 days off when the game comes out for early access on May 15th, I am doing nothing but playing that game, and I will be live streaming the vast majority of that on the second channel. So, go check out Darth MTI if you want to see that. I build a giant layout that spans the entire room, and in my free time play with it. Here's the thing, though. You don't have your free time to work with. You have my free time to work with. 10 to 14 hour work days. Got to get at least 6 hours of sleep at night, which at most gives you, what, 8 hours of playtime? At the worst, 2 hours. And you have to use everything in my collection. Not just what's here. Everything that's in my closet, on the shelf. I think that's the only 2 places I have everything stored now. That is the challenge. That's the challenge. I highly doubt that anyone will be able to do that. If you don't believe me, just go watch the stream from 2024 in the garage, and you'll see what I mean. I'm going down there and testing this. Coco, I don't think you want to do that. You already have a lot of stress in your life, and that would just make it a lot more stressful. And keep in mind, 10 to 14 hours of work a day. That is non-negotiable. Alright, I need to stop yapping about this and build. Okay, what is happening? What is this? Am I getting the connection wrong? Okay, this is gonna go here. Alright, I think the issue that I've run into with this section is that it needs to be... We need some quarter straights. And I think we're also going to need, well, for that to not fall off, let's add a windmill. Because everybody loves windmills. Do you have the 80th anniversary Thomas toys? Nope. I didn't really want to get them. I mean, they're better than what we had before, but, you know, when I've got all of this Playrail stuff to play with, I don't really see the point of spending a significant amount of money on stuff that I'm going to talk about once and then never touch again. So that was my rationale for not buying them. I don't know. I'm gonna do another collection video soon, but I don't think I'm really gonna get a scope of how big my collection is until the next time I take everything out and try and build one layout with everything on it. I am low-key dreading the day that comes, but when that day does come, I'm going to make sure I have at least 3 other people with me to work on that, because I'm not doing it by myself. It kind of sucked because when I did it with Elliot, not to like trash talk Elliot or anything, because he's great and he is the legend. He wasn't as into it as I was, and it was sort of, you know, it was literally his first time ever touching Thomas stuff in his life. So, you know, that's partially why it took as long as it did. That, and he also stopped helping me after a certain point, so the majority of the layout was me, but he did contribute quite a bit to that. And then he also tried naming all the characters I had, and that went very interestingly. Get Billy, he's essential. I don't want to get Billy. I don't like Billy. Billy's annoying. Billy sucks. All my homies hate Billy. I got a fun idea. Ooh, it's just short of what I want it to be. Well, I could grab a buffer stop and make some magic happen. Maybe. Ah! I mean, if you like Billy, you like Billy. There's nothing wrong with that. I just I think Billy is a disgrace to Thomas the Tank Engine and everything that it stands for. Which might be a bit harsh, but at the same time, oh man, the auto switch isn't going to work here because everything has to go this way instead of the other way. Wonderful. I love that. Not. Alright, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Alright. It's kind of working out. This is kind of working out a bit better than I thought it would. Might have to add some more destinations just to make it a little bit cleaner, but it should not be anything too egregious. Oh yeah, no, some days I look at my collection and I'm just like, not today. Not today. I don't have the energy today. And that started happening maybe last year. And that was kind of the point where I'm like, wow. Because before, you know, since like 2021 when I started collecting, I'm like, there's stuff that I really want that I don't have and I have to have it, and the collection is not going to feel like the collection if I don't have it. And now I'm like, why did I spend that much money on all this crap? I mean, not that it's crap, but it's quite the financial investment. But at least it's paying off. At least it is paying off. I will say that. I mean, my main goal with the channel, honestly, now that I think about it, is to pay off the money that I spent on this collection. If I can do that, I will be happy. If I make enough money off of this YouTube channel to cover the expenses that I have more or less tracked on how much my collection has cost me, I will be satisfied. I have indeed kept... Why is my stuff not lining up the way that I want it to? Alright, there we go. That's a little bit more acceptable. There we go, yeah, okay. Ah! Now comes the hard part. How in the hell am I going to incorporate those two big-ass bridges? That is the issue. Now, there is, of course, the first option. Actually, never mind. Shoot. Oh, man. Well, I guess this is the part of the stream where I start to realize that I kind of bit off more than I can chew. Although it wasn't my fault because DW123 Extras donated more than I thought he would. Are you picking your heirs yet? No, I'm not picking my heirs yet. Hopefully I'm not going to have to pick my heirs for another few decades, at least. If I make it that long. I would like to make it that long, but I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of up in the air how long I'm going to be around for. Sadly. I wish it wasn't that way, but that just is how the cookie has crumbled for me. Okay, is this going to work the way that I want it to? Yes, it will! Let's go, baby. Man, I get kids asking me all the time. I literally, We had one ask in stream today, can I have something from your collection? The answer is always no. So I've worked very hard to build this collection, let me tell you. I put in some of the most ridiculous work hours ever in order to get some of the stuff that I have in my collection. And I use this collection to fulfill some of my own lifelong dreams, as well as bring some joy and happiness to others through the videos that I make. So it's not so much just I'm hoarding stuff and I just buy whatever just because I want it. No, I usually carefully handpick what I want to get into my collection, which is why I don't have that many spares. I don't really do the, I don't buy big lots very often. I usually seek out just what I need and nothing more. So even if I was in a charitable mood, I wouldn't really be able to give anything away without having to replace it, which doesn't really give me anything in return, because if I give something away and I have to spend money to replace it, that is a loss for me. So for those of you who would like to build your Tomy collection, here's my advice. Work hard. Work hard, earn that money, and you make that dream come true. Because that is the American way. Okay, I think I might be able to make that work, surprisingly. And then you can put Farquhar here. Ooh, oh, I do. Lovely. I have another one of these. Okay, I should be able to squeeze in three more quarter straights into here. 1, 2, perfect. 3. Let me get the Herald Station in. Lovely. And I think we just have to add Nateplate and whatever this is. The tunnel. I don't really know where the tunnel should go. That is the dilemma at the moment. Where on earth should the tunnel go? Maybe here. This seems like a fun place for it. And then we can put that there. Look at that. Nice, we did it. Actually, no, we didn't. We're still missing Nateplate. Crap. Well, it appears I'm going to need some more switches. And it looks like I got plenty of curve rails left over. Alright, get ready for this, guys. This is going to be epic. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is grab this. Well, I'm going to try and do it here. Start here and see what we get. Alright, and then we're going to do this. Nice. Alright, and then we've got plenty of curves. So we can loop it around this way. And this way. Go. Well, we're gonna need another quarter straight, but that's fine. And the mace weight goes right here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How nice. Oh. Didn't think about that, did I? Alright, I think I'm gonna have to use... Nope. Alright, well, since we have Harold out, we're gonna have to use Terrence over here. Uncharacteristically before a hill. Can I get away with that? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'll put a signal here. Okay. Tree, probably 3 trees in here. It's very empty. Tree, the signal there is fine. And then, where Thomas and James are, we'll put a tree. Beautiful. Alright. Yep, this truly is a layout. Oh. Okay, I think I just need to add some buffers, and we've got a complete layout. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday to me. What's happening tomorrow? Oh, right, yeah, that's happening tomorrow, okay. Oh. And this week sucked. It was so stinking slow, but it also just went by so fast at the same time. Okay. There we go. We've got our full layout. I'm going to set the tracks up so that whatever engine I have running on it goes around the bulk of it. Although I'm now realizing maybe it's better if I have the quarry loader on the other side, because the quarry loader is one of those destinations that some trains don't like to go through. Mostly because of the edge of the ramps. I've had taller wagons get stuck on it. I've also had Toby get stuck on it several times. And although we don't have Toby, we do have some vans present. Okay. There we go. Alright, now we're good. And I'm real. Oh, great. So this needs to go on this side, which means this needs to go here. That's got to stay straight. Okay. How does this go? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's put a... You know what? I don't want to put a battery in cranky. I'm too lazy. Alright, Neville. It's your time to shine. I'll leave Bill there. I'll put Ben here. Stepney can go here, I guess. Is the layout even... Oh, the layout's not fully on camera. That's fine. Where am I going to put James? James can go on the bridge. There we go. And I guess Thomas could fit in this siding here. Okay. I need to sit down. I'm tired. Alright, most of the layout is visible. It's good. This is not too bad. I've definitely made worse. I'll say that much. Definitely made worse. Yes, there is actually a lot of Metal Fight OST in the chat soundtrack. Yes, those three-way points are amazing. I love those. They make a lot of the weird sort of connections that you want to do that much easier. It is amazing. I'm so sad that they don't make them anymore. Yes, I do have Emily. Whew. Yeah, they got discontinued, I think, this year or last year. They got replaced with the Bridge Straight Rail, which I also have. Those are great pieces, by the way. But I got a pair at the end of 2024. Yeah. So the Switch that Neville just crossed over, I don't know if they make those in gray. If they do, that's in a set that I'm not familiar with. But the standard, like, the standard 2-pack of those that you can buy, the R17 pack, they don't, that got discontinued. Jesse, what's up, dude? Oh yeah, no, the three-way with the switch lever. I call it the switchyard switch. They still make that one. I think it's called the New Point Machine though. It's like the New Point Rail or New Point Machine. That's like the official name, but yes, they do still make that. And I do need to get that. I've got the old one. I've got the blue one from the Thomas and Busy Freight Car set, but I want to get one of the gray ones. How are you doing today, Jesse? How's your week been? Oh yeah, no, it's the selection that we got in Motor Road and Rail and Tomica World is nothing compared to what they make for standard Play Rail. Like we kind of got robbed, basically. We sort of got robbed with what we got overseas. Been sick, fever, no. Oh man, I hope you get over that soon. Although I will say, there's something oddly soothing about having a fever. Especially when you just lay down and you just stop thinking about the fact that you are burning hot or freezing cold, and you just let your body work its magic. I would like to get the Thomas and Flynn set with the Road to Rail piece. That would be nice. That would be nice. It's not really a... Uh-oh. Oh, he's back. Oh, dang. I was about to go put Neville back on the rails. I mean, it's a magnet system. It's it's sort of hit or miss with it. That's like the one issue with the Flynn, with that particular piece. Holy crap, the stream on my phone is way behind. It's like 6 minutes behind. What the hell? If only the men were here. If only one of the men were here. This is an engineering moment. It is an engine, kind of. Sort of. I kind of like this. Like, sometimes the sets I make on stream end up just kind of not really working out. But this actually, this is not bad. I actually do like this. I think we got really lucky with the wheel spins. Like, the sets that we got so much variety. I mean, we got 2 tunnels, we got the Caroline Station, we got the docks, we got the quarry loader, we got 4 big bridges, we got Farquhar, and we got Maithwaite. I added in McDonald's and the Terrence and Windmill action scenes. Some of the points were also added, but most of the stuff here was just from the 5 sets that got spun on the wheel, which is pretty incredible. Mario and Luigi color-coded bridges. That's one way to put it. This feels semi-official. It kind of does, yeah. This could have been an advertisement for, like, I guess 2006. Actually, wait, when did Neville come out? Oh, wait, I think Neville might have come out a little later. What is SP doing in his Discord server? I don't know, and I don't care. No, it wasn't 2008, because he got released in Motor Road and Rail. I think 2005 is more along when he came out. Because he came out in Season 9. That was when Neville debuted. Neville was released 2006. So this very well could be a... minus Carl. Carl's the one discrepancy. But this could very well be a 2006... like, Motor Road and Rail advertisement set. Minus the McDonald's. That's the one glaring issue. That and Carl, those are the only 2 things that make this not an official set. But apart from that, everything else. Although, the Terrence is a bit of... he's a bit of a weird one. Because that should be... if it was an actual advertisement for, like, Motor Road and Rail, it would be an international one. Or, well, I guess it would be, like, a UK or Australia one. And Terrence would be replaced with the Herald one. Because the only time that the little yellow platform that has Terrence on it, the only time that was ever released outside of Japan was in 2007 in the Thomas Mega Set. And that, I believe, was exclusive to Australia and I think the UK as well, maybe. But I definitely know it was in Australia. Thomas Mega Set. Yes, it was the UK and Australia. I should know this. I made a video on it. But yeah, apart from Carl and Terrence and the McDonald's, this could very well be a this could very well be a 2006 pamphlet set. I mean, this is kind of a pseudo Thomas Ultimate set. I think it's it's bigger than the Thomas Ultimate set was. But it kind of fills out the profile for it. We got a nice amount of road, we got some bridges, plenty of destinations. Lots of different track. Let me check what the, let me see what the music is right now. Oh, yeah. Dude, I wish they would release the Metal Fight soundtrack in full. Like, it is a crime that it has not been released. I believe Scruncher has scrunched. Debating on motor swapping my 500 for either an atomic tuned or light dash. Interesting. I know. The Plastic Gen soundtrack is so good, though. Like, some of the Plastic Gen music was really good. Except for the American versions. The American version of the Plastic Gen soundtrack is dog. It is so bad. Except for the intro. The intro is the only good thing. Ugh. With sacrifice Scruff to get back in the new show. I'm surprised Rheneas is in. Like, isn't Rheneas the only narrow gauge engine that's been confirmed? Dude, I swear, if Rheneas is... If they make Rheneas a normal mainline character, I'm going to lose it. Like, that I can't get over. I am not going to be able to get over Rheneas being a mainline engine. That would kill it for me. I mean, if they're seriously making Rheneas a mainline engine, we're cooked. I'm going to say it now. We're cooked. I mean, to be fair, I don't think the show is going to be what everyone's cracking it up to be. This show is going to be, like, maybe slightly better than mid, at best. But the most likely answer is that it's not going to be that good. To be fair, that is just my I don't know, whatever, you know, that's my thoughts now. I'm going to watch the show when it comes out. I'm not confident, though. Mattel has a track record of making Thomas somehow worse than it was before. Like, King of the Railway in Season 17, we did not know how good we had it. And then we had... And then the toys got worse with Tale of the Brave in Season 18. And then they got somehow even worse with Great Race Lost Treasure in Season 19. And of course, they completely screwed over... Why did they even release Legend of the Lost Treasure in 2015? They should have waited. Like, if we had gotten The Great Race and The Adventure Begins and Season 19, it would have been fine. And then we would have gotten Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure and Season 20 together, and then we would have had no issues. But no, we had to do Legend of the Lost Treasure early. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And I have a theory that Mattel did this on purpose. They screwed over Brenner and all the people that cared, just so that they could push Bwubba out. And then Bwubba failed. And that was supposed to happen so that they could do All Engines Go. And then they realized, no one gives a crap about All Engines Go. And then they're like, oh, crap, we better start appeasing the fans again. But let me tell you, there's going to be some hand-changing at Mattel. And then eventually we're going to have another repeat of the Bwubba to All Engines Go era. That is my prediction. Unless the hands that change at Mattel actually care about the show, actually bother to do their research, and start listening to the fans. Because, like it or not, the Thomas fandom is very important to the trajectory of the show. We matter when it comes to the show's success. Because you have a large group of adults with adult money who are willing to spend said adult money on good merchandise and good home media releases. If the show sucks, no one's gonna... Your fans are not gonna buy it. They're not gonna make videos about it. They're going to say, just pass on this. Get the older toys. Watch the older show. If anything, it is paramount that you lean into the fandom. Listen to their ideas. Appease to them. Make good toys. Make a good show. Have good marketing. Like, it's not rocket science. And it frustrates me that a modern multi-million-dollar corporation like Mattel is so unbearably incompetent at making Thomas the Tank Engine successful. It's not hard at all, and it does not require millions of dollars to do. I don't know. It should be a case study, in all honesty. Like, there's no excuse whatsoever for how pathetic the higher-ups at Mattel have done at handling this franchise. And we've made it easy for them. It's not like they have to reach out to us specifically. They can just keep tabs on some of the bigger creators in the fandom and just listen to their ideas. Like, I'm telling you, if the decisions for Thomas were influenced even slightly by just watching Unlucky Tug's content, we would have a significantly better show and significantly better merch. I guarantee it. If they just even listened to a few of his ideas. I mean, that goes for a lot of the other fans in the fandom as well, myself included. Let me tell you, if they hired me to run everything, we would have better merchandise, a better show, and happy fans. And we would actually push the show forward. We would not just have a status quo. We would not just appease the shareholders. Fuck the shareholders. They can suck it. They all suck. The shareholders are the reason. One of the reasons. But I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is in, in corporate America these days. And it sucks. I mean, I don't want to say that Mattel is fully to blame. I am sure that there is an investor or major shareholder that is kind of pulling the strings from the back to influence some of these poor decisions. But at the same time, these people do not understand what is going to make money with Thomas and what isn't. And it is not rocket science. I love the blue track. The blue track is iconic. I mean, you can get other colors of track, of course. I'm actually, I wonder how many colors of track that we've had. I know we have gray. Gray is somewhat common. Red, green, yellow, orange. I got a good handful of, this is the part of the live stream where it turns into a podcast. An interactive podcast, too. When are we going to get the pink track layout? Whenever TTS decides to send me pink-colored rails. That's when it will happen. What kind of music do you like? I like a lot of stuff. I like later 20th century hits. Big Michael Jackson fan. Big Rush fan. And I actually have tickets to go see Rush this year. I'm so excited. They announced that they're doing another tour. And I told my dad, and as soon as they did, the pre-release for the tickets, we got them. It was great. I was not expecting Rush to go on tour again, ever. It was pretty much a miracle that they did. That they announced it. And we were on it like hawks. And we got tickets for it. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. What else? Huge fan of classical music. I love some classical music. From all eras. Eurobeat is great. Love that. Bit of an EDM fan. I like it. I like my electronic music. I'd say I'm a pretty big Daft Punk fan as well. They're great. I like a lot of soundtrack music. There's several video game soundtracks that I like. Mario Kart, F-Zero, the Mario Galaxy games have great music. So does Mario Odyssey. What else? Minecraft. Honestly, let's be real. Minecraft, yes, it can be cringy at times, but it's got a banger soundtrack. I mean, it is so good. I am not Australian. That's interesting. I'm curious. I'm curious as to what indicated that I was Australian. That's what I want to know. That's interesting to me. No one has ever asked me if I'm Australian. I think most people assume that I'm American, which is correct. But I am I'm curious. What gave you the impression that I was Australian? I'm genuinely curious. Cuz I just woke up. Fair enough. Do you play an instrument? Piano. I used to play trumpet. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, Neville. Neville has once again come off the rails. How unfortunate. Okay. We pulled him out, and he has not gone anywhere yet, so let's fire James up. Let's get James going. It is about time that we got James rolling. I haven't run James in a while. Yeah, he's gonna warm up a little. Alright, there goes James. Did you buy Ertl for your mom? No. No, I did not. New sub? Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. When did you find out about the Tomy franchise? I think the first time I watched 10 Years of Thomas. I rented the VHS from Blockbuster, and I saw these big setups with Blue Track, and I thought it was really cool. First time I saw it in person, 2005. No, sorry, 2007. It was at a day out with... Damn it, James! It was 2007 at a day out with Thomas in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We went there. We stayed in the... they have, like, these coaches that they turned into hotel rooms. We stayed in one of those. It was really cool. Yeah, there was a big layout that they had on the table, and that was the first time I'd seen it in person. And I don't remember if I had watched 10 Years of Thomas before then. I think I had watched 10 Years of Thomas before then, because that's how I found out about Day Out with Thomas. But, yeah, that was my first experience with Tomy. And then one of my sister's occupational therapists had, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was the Thomas starter set, and, a couple other things, and the engine didn't work. That was the first time I actually got to play with Tomy stuff. Wait, what? Portal 2 anniversary in 2 days? Wait, what? No. Portal 2 anniversary. Oh my gosh, 15 years of Portal. That's insane. Oh my gosh, it is 2 days. Alright, what was that, Sunday? Alright. We're gonna do a live stream on Sunday on the second channel. And we're gonna play Portal. We're gonna play. Screw it. We're gonna play we're gonna play both 2 Portal games. We might even play one of the mods that I have. One of the many mods I have for Portal. We're gonna do Portal Day on Sunday, on the second channel. Definitely don't want to miss it. Dude, Portal 2 is... I mean, playing both Portal games back to back is just one of the best gaming experiences ever. It is so... The Portal series is easily my favorite game series. No questions. No challenge. It used to be Mario Kart, and then it was F-Zero. And then I think it was the 2 Galaxy games. But, man, when I played Portal for the first time, I played it on a potato of a computer. Like, it was a really crappy computer. But of course, because both the games are old and, they're on the Source engine, they work on anything. And it was a Friday, and I'd gotten home from school when I was in high school. And I played the first game, and then I immediately played the second game. And I stayed up all night playing them. And it was just me and the computer screen. Oh, damn it, James. I guess they really don't like that one switch. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little bit of rearranging here, but this is just to make sure that nothing bad happens. Man, I can feel my throat closing up. If I had the money to travel the world, I probably would. Just once to say I did. And I would probably end up in Japan. What is your favorite video game? Ooh. Honestly, it's hard to say. I've played a lot of Minecraft over the years. I think Minecraft is a fantastic game, and it does deserve a lot of the hype that it gets. Definitely Portal 2. Portal 2 is, every time I play it, it is just as fresh as ever. And just the first time when you fall into the pit and you end up in the bottom parts of Aperture Science, that is hands down the best video game environment ever. Exploring the underground of Aperture, there was nothing better than that. I have never found any environment in any video game to be as compelling, as interesting, and as wondrous as Underground Aperture in Portal 2. What else? F-Zero GX is definitely on the list. I've played a lot of F-Zero GX. I have beaten it in full. It is the most painstaking game to beat, but it is so satisfying when you do beat it. Gran Turismo 2 is also up there. Gran Turismo 2 is amazing. I first played it on original hardware, and it was so fun. It was so fun. What else? Mario Kart Wii. I have put in, I think, over 14,000 hours into Mario Kart Wii since I was a kid. I played that game so much over the years. And then when I got CTGP installed for it and I started experimenting with mods, oh man, it just opened up a whole new world. But yeah, Mario Kart Wii is, oh, such a great game. I would say Splatoon 2 as well. That was Splatoon 2 in particular. That was a game that got me connected with a lot of, with a good handful of friends that I'm still friends with today, back when we were in high school. I remember getting it, and I didn't know anything about it, and then I reconnected with a couple of my friends. We were in high school, and we hadn't really seen each other since about the 6th grade, and so we started hanging out again, and turns out, me and one of them, we both had a Switch, we both had Splatoon 2, and we started playing. And then we found a good handful more friends who also played Splatoon 2, so we would all play together. And it was really fun. And I'm still friends with a bunch of them today. Yeah, we have like a little high school group that that we all still talk to each other, and we all still hang out and meet up, go out for drinks every so often, although I haven't been out for drinks in a while. I should probably do that soon, because I kind of miss it. I haven't really gotten my drink on in a while. Not that I drink that much anyways. I'm usually I'll have like 1 or 2 light drinks and call it a day, because I don't like being out of control of my faculties. That is something I absolutely hate. So you will never see me absolutely wasted at any point. That got way off topic. What else? Grand Theft Auto 5. I played a lot of that game. That was a very fun game. I barely played online, and I still put in like nearly 800 hours into the game. Grand Theft Auto 5 is fantastic. I think I'd get banned or demonetized if I did a drunk stream. It would be funny. Actually, no, it would suck. That would be horrible if I did a drunk stream.
I'm pretty sure YouTube doesn't really like you drinking on stream anyways. I've only been doing YouTube for almost 2 years. So, unless you travel through time, I doubt you've been watching since you were 3 and are turning 9 soon. The math ain't mathin'. I have played a bit of Halo. I can probably check how much I've played. Not a lot. To be fair, I did not play it co-op. I did single player. I played 2.2 hours of Halo 1 from the Master Chief Collection. I never really got into Halo, or COD, or Doom. I wasn't really big into shooters. Shooters aren't really my thing. Splatoon is kind of the one exception to that. And I played Overwatch for a long time, and I hated it. Overwatch sucks. Advice on YouTube. Consistency and quality. That's what you need. When I started, I was posting one video every week, always on a Monday, and I was always experimenting with new stuff, and I've always tried to hold a very high quality of standards to my videos. I'm always striving to do better with my videos. And I think I definitely achieved that with the Play Well Then versus Now video. That video I'm so proud of, and I'm a little sad that it only has, 13,000 views? Yeah. Hopefully we get some more. I would love to see that video do very well. I am happy that the take-along Wellsworth Station set got 22,000 views in less than a week. That's incredible. Normally, I was like, if I get 10,000 views in the first week, I'm happy. It got 20,000 views in like the first 2 days. That was incredible. Which is interesting, because the Thomas Wooden Railway set that I did, it didn't get nearly that much. So, I'm very curious to know why that video didn't do as well as the take-along set. It's interesting. I'm curious. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, quality and consistency, that's what you need. Yeah, the vlog video was fun. That was a video I was not expecting to get, a whole lot of views on. That was more for me and for the people that were in that video. But that was a really fun video. And now I'm really hoping that Ninja, which was the brand of blender that I used, I really hope they sponsor me, because I've seen some ads. They have an espresso machine. An espresso machine. I love espresso, right? Like, I mean, I'm a coffee person now. I wasn't for years and years. I never used to be a coffee person, but when you work in a coffee shop for 3 years, you have to drink the coffee, because otherwise you're going to be tired all day. So kind of drinking coffee is kind of mandatory, at least for me. But I am a really big fan of espresso. It is delicious when done right, and I would love to get an espresso machine. And I saw that Ninja has one, and they also have an ice cream maker. So I don't know if Ninja is ever gonna see this, but if you guys want to sponsor me, please. I used to work in a coffee shop. I would love to try out your espresso machine. I also made a smoothie in your blender in the I finally went to Greenberg's train show video, and that's kind of becoming a meme. The MTI protein shake is kind of becoming a meme. Go watch. I think it's at like it's within like the first 5 minutes. I make a protein shake in the Greenberg's video, and I made it really funny. But yes, Ninja, if you would like to sponsor me and send me your Cafe Lux to try out, my email is open. Hit me up. I would love to show off how amazing your espresso machine is. All right, I'm gonna stop begging. The new Vietnam toys are crap. You can't even turn an engine on now, and the coal loads are not screwed on. I'm assuming the 2026 merch. What Tomy destination do you think is the most overrated? Ooh, Knapford Station. Knapford Station is so overrated. Everybody loses their mind over it. Now, granted, it is the best Knapford Station merchandise ever. No contest. Every other brand you can find several issues with. There aren't that many issues with the Tomy Knapford Station. They did a great job, but oh my gosh, it is so overpriced and so overrated. Like, I get it, it's great. I have one. It's fine. It is so easy to break, and it is way too expensive. What else? The Timber Yard. Wait, no, never mind. The Timber Yard. That's the most overrated one. The Timber Yard is like that one set that everybody, like, saw the commercial for, and they saw... I'm pretty sure UC Weapon did a video on it. Someone did a video on it on YouTube. Everyone saw the commercial, they saw that one video, and they're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing in the world. No, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It's garbage. It's shit. It requires a working Terrence. It uses the horrible... absolutely horrible roller system for the Motor Road. Those things break all the time. It's terrible. The turntables, don't even get me started on that. The standard Tomica Road turntables, those always broke. Those always. Like, you would literally have to take them apart in order to get them to work. If you, they never worked out of the box. And it is a miracle that the ones on the Timber Yard somewhat still work on mine. There's so many little pieces, and the biggest problem with the Timber Yard is that Playrail had one. They had it for decades. They had it for years, and then for whatever reason, they just made the Thomas one in 2002, and it sucks. It's so crap. And then they kind of revived the original one that they had in the 2011 Thomas and Dash or Bash logging set. It was whatever the Misty Island one was. That one had the good... Hey, are you thinking about starting a channel in Spanish? No, I can't speak Spanish. I have a very, very, very limited amount of Spanish in my repertoire, and it is entirely what I learned from the 1 year I took it in high school. 2 years I took it in high school. See, I was taking German, right? I took German in 7th and 8th grade, and the teacher was amazing. She was the best. She was so sweet. She was so enthusiastic about the curriculum. We always had these amazing activities that we did in class. She held Oktoberfest for middle schoolers. It was amazing. Like, it was one of the best parts of that class, is that we all got to do Oktoberfest. It was so awesome. And then when I got to high school, the teacher there just wasn't the same. She wasn't as enthusiastic. There weren't as many things. She was a bit more uptight. It just wasn't the same. And I dropped out of that. And took study hall for the rest of the year, and then in 10th and 11th grade, I took Spanish, because everyone takes Spanish, and it's the easy throwaway. It's an easy language. I'll say that. I'm not going to say it's a throwaway language. I think that's mean. That's not what I want to say. But Spanish is a pretty easy language to learn, and it's the one that everyone learns. And I mean, there are a lot of Spanish-speaking people in the United States. You know, all things considered. I'm not going to delve into the politics, but there are a lot of people that speak Spanish in the United States, and it's not the worst thing in the world to pick it up as a second language. Ah, C61. How nice of you to join us. if they made Mighty and Mac have batteries on either end, I have no idea how that would work. What would have been cool is if they had made them with the round trip feature on from Classic Playrail, where they can change their direction with a piece of track on the activating the thing on their bottom. Lumberyard has clearance issues too. The Lumberyard, I've actually, you know, the funny thing is, I have not experimented with the Lumberyard enough to actually give it a fair rating. I mean, I have played with it. I don't like it at all. Ooh, we have someone with a Japanese tag. That's awesome. You know, it's really funny, right? At the end of 2024, one of my biggest goals for this channel was to appeal more to the Japanese audience. And I think Japan is now in my top 10 most watched countries, which is incredible. I'm so happy about that. Probably because I talk about more of the stuff that they get that we don't over here. And I don't just do Thomas. I do the Shinkansens and more of the Japanese Railways products, which are so cool, by the way. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Tomy Thomas stuff, way overrated. The Japanese stuff is so peak. It is so peak. Oh my gosh! Look who it is. It is the man, the myth, the legend, TTB. Favorite song from each era of Thomas and Friends. Classic era, accidents will happen. Hit era, Thomas, you're the leader. But that one is the one that everybody likes. So, if I have to do a gimme, probably Surprises. Miller era, pass. And then Streamlining for the Brenner era. And I'm not talking about the Big World, Big Adventures era. Bring out the Arby's. I was going to end the stream soon, TTB. You joined at the worst time. But because you're sending me stuff, I will bring it out just for you. Alright, we got Arby's. I am required to make a Steam-along Thomas that releases neurotoxin for the upcoming Portal 2 anniversary. That would be hilarious. That would actually be so funny. Oh, Birdie got stuck. Tomy Road is the worst. It sucks. That's another reason why I hate the Timber Yard, because it uses Tomy Road, and Tomy Road is garbage. If I added the double track pack, it would probably create more problems for me. I mean, let's see, what is it? I'll give it 8 more minutes. We'll close the stream off at 6, because I am beginning to overheat, and I need to drink something. Preferably with a little extra stuff in it, if you know what I mean. Is there a difference between Tomy Road and Playrail Road? No, not really. They're all the same. It's just that how the road connects together is horrible, and the plastic also ages so poorly. Like, it is terrible how bad Tomy Road ages. Trackmasters Road was way better. Yeah, we've had Carl on. I added Carl quite a while ago, actually. You know, I made so much hype about McDonald's, and it works. You have to use it with the Tomy Road. Well, we got 6 minutes left, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to add a little mini Skarloey Railway to it. If I was, I'd probably put one of my narrow gauge engines on the bridge over Birdie and connect the other track around it the other way. Ugh. Yeah, I'm tired, I am hungry, and I'm thirsty, which is a very rare combination. Favorite dessert to eat? Gulab jamun with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, preferably warmed. Not the ice cream, but the gulab. Although I've never considered the possibility of gulab jamun with fried ice cream. That would actually go hard. Do you have the guys from the Skarloey Railway? I have most of them. I think I'm missing Duke. I think Duke is the last one that I really want to collect. Phantom Shinkalian and Hades Shinkalian are my favorite playroll. Interesting. I have yet to get into the Shinkalian line. I'm not really big on Gundam or, like, you know, Transformers or stuff like that. That never really appealed to me. But, do you have Bertram? No, and I will not get Bertram unless somebody, for whatever reason, decides to gift one to me. I just don't think Bertram is he's overrated. He's rare. He was in one Season 5 episode. He never said anything. And, I think he sucks. He's stupid. Like, we got Bertram. Bertram. And not Daisy. Or Derek. Like, of all of the Season 5 one-offs, Bertram over Derek. Are you kidding me? No excuse. Bertram sucks. They did not make D199 for Playrail. You could kind of make him out of a Diesel 10, but I'm not into customs. Well, I'm not into making my own customs, let me put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, Bertram is... I see no reason to ever get Bertram. If Bertram ever appears in one of my videos, it is because I'm doing a custom episode, or an episode custom set on Toby's Discovery. That is the only time that Bertram would ever appear on my channel. Unless someone just decided to give me a Bertram for whatever reason. Then he would probably show up in live streams. Will you get Old Slow Coach? I really want to get Old Slow Coach. Oh yeah, so, I haven't really... I don't think I've stated this publicly, or if I have, it was only in a community post. I've got a couple more things showing up for Tomy stuff, and then after that, I'm going to stop collecting until I get a new car. And by new car, I mean a actual car. So I would like to get a new car within a year and a half. That's my goal. I've been trying to pick up some more work so I can make more money. But if I can be making $1,000 a month, within a year I should be able to get a new car. But that is going to require me to not purchase any more Playrail or Tomy or anything stuff. Can you say something in Spanish? Me gusta queso. You should make Smudger with a custom. I've seen some pretty good Smudger customs. If somebody wants to make me one... Well, actually, I don't know. I shouldn't say someone. I'm very picky about my customs. I like them to be good. Like Carl. Carl is a great custom because Carl looks like something that could have been released. Carl is a fantastic item. Third favorite engine. I don't know. Oh, come on, James! Man, I've been really giving James a workout. I don't think James has run for this much in a long time. He's cruising along, though. James was one of those engines. You know, there have always been there were always a few engines that, you know, I always saw as a kid, or that someone had that as a kid that I wanted, that I was never able to get. And I think I'm at the point where I have actually collected all of those characters. James was one of them. Like, not the updated paint James. Just the regular red running board James. That was an engine that always eluded me when I was younger. And when I got one, after so long, it was amazing. I really like my James. I have a soft spot for James. Who else? Stepney was another one. Stepney was a character that I always really wanted. Let's see. Freddy was one. I'm actually doing a video on Freddy soon. Oh, it is 6 o'clock. Which means it is time. I'm going to finish my thought and then we'll go. But, Freddy was a character that... It was funny. Well, yeah, I'm doing a video on my history with Freddy. I don't know when that's coming out, though. Probably not on Monday, but maybe if I get to it this weekend. Spencer, Gordon were two more. The fuel tanker was one. What else? Henry, for sure, was one of them. Emily. That might be it. I think those might be, like, the items that I'd always seen as... Oh, and Oliver. And Duck. Them too. I don't know, maybe just everything in Tomy, honestly. Or not everything, but a lot of the stuff was stuff that I saw when I was younger, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, I want to have this stuff, and, well, now I do. This layout is absolutely enormous, by the way. Like, I think it takes up more space than the Thomas Ultimate set. Maybe as much as the Thomas Mega set. It's still cool, though. This is a W layout, though. Like, we cooked. We cooked, chat. This was great. Alright, well. My history with Freddy sounds like an exposed video. It definitely isn't. It definitely isn't. Why do you guys want me to destroy the bridge? I barely have the energy to stay awake at the moment. I gotta do it. What do you mean I gotta do it? You know what? Maybe if someone donates, I'll destroy the bridge. If someone donates in the next minute, I'll destroy the bridge. Oh, Boo Boo Choo Choo. Good thing you're not singing that while Steve is here. Steve does not like that song. I'll do it for cash. That's how this works. I'm a businessman. Yes. My toy trains are my business. I mean, I make internet content with them. I get paid for it. Was it a very, very, very long-term investment? Yes, it was. But is it a worthwhile one? Yeah, I'd say so. It's getting there. We're getting there slowly. My ultimate monetary goal with this channel is to make $10,000. And I think I'm more than a quarter of the way there. Ah! Alright. We did it. We got the dono. We have got the dono. It is time to destroy the bridge. How do I want to do this? a lot more violent than I thought it was going to be. It took the windmill out with it. McDonald's is still alive, though. It's the end of the... Okay. Alright, you know what? We're going to end the stream in a minute. But we're gonna spin the wheel one more time, and whatever we spin, that's the set that I'm gonna start with in the next live stream. It's amazing. I kicked the bridge down, and it did not impede James's ability to continue traveling. All right. End it now, or else the train gets it. Oh boy. All right. Watch it be like one of the hardest sets to build. Oh! Okay, the 05 Thomas and Birdie set. That's an easy one. Alright. Someone remember that. Someone remember that. I'm sure Grunt or Pretzel or TTB maybe might remember that. They are typically stream regulars. Alright. 2005 Thomas and Birdie set. That is what we're starting with in the next live stream. But until then, as always, thank you to the patrons. I don't think any of my patrons showed up, but thank you to the patrons for making all of this possible. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't be a stinker, and have a great day.